ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Awkward Question Time. Please welcome your host, Alex Leem.
Hello and welcome to Awkward Question Time with me, Alex Leem. Hello to you if you're watching us live on Sunday the 27th of September at 8:30 p.m. Say hello in the comment section, please. Either if you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube or on Twitter. Now we are back doing this again on Twitter. As you may recall, if you watched last week, we experimented with Twitch. So about half an hour after we finished, I got an email saying, Alex, your broadcast on Twitch brought 0 new subscribers, 0 views, 0 likes. So we're done with Twitch. We're back on Twitter. We're back with the geriatric social media, the stuff that I know. So a few things have changed a bit since last week. We've got a few extra bits and pieces. I've actually invested in some LED streaming lights, which have just burnt my retinas out as I've looked straight at them. So that is the reason why I look so fabulous this evening. But when they arrived, they came with some gels. So they're like a coloured bit of perspex. So I've got them all here. So we've got like yellow gels and blue ones. But my favourite is the red ones because it doesn't give you a sort of like a subtle twinge. No, this happens. Is it me or did it just get sexy in here? Yeah. So we went over the gels, just a nice white light. If you are watching us live, then submit your questions, please, to the panel this evening. If you know any of the panel that's on, then you're going to know some juicy gossip on them that I don't. So please do get in touch and submit your questions. If you're not watching us live and you are watching on the replay, then still leave a comment. I'd still like to know at what time during the week you are watching this. And whereabouts you are watching from, what time during the day. I like to think that there's somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning watching in the nude in Texas. If that is you, then let us know. Give us a share, a retweet, or whatever the YouTube equivalent is. I still don't know. And also, if you've enjoyed the show, want to contribute, then all donations gratefully received. PayPal.me/Alex Leem. So we shall bring on our panel. Please welcome this week Kitty Messalina, Donna Scott, Tommy Tomsky, and Lord Sparkles, aka Al Grant. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Hola.
Excellent.
Hey.
3 weeks in, and finally we've got it down with no technical difficulties beforehand. I'm feeling a little nervous on that score. We've got quite a heck of a lot of people watching, and some people submitting questions already. So let's have a look who's watching. Roger Poulter is watching. Hello, Roger. Hello. Neil M. EU. Hello, Neil. Wayne Carl Nova Lodge is back. Hey, looking forward to another good show tonight. You've probably jinxed it now, Wayne. Now that you said that. Rebecca Turner. Hello, Rebecca. No big post-it note, says Roger. I've got no idea what you're talking about, Roger. And hi from Annie. So, everybody, are we ready for the first question?
We'll see.
We'll see. I love your hesitation, Kitty. It makes my thoughts about the show to come even better. So the first question is, why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Donna, we'll come to you first. Yeah, Donna, we'll come to you first. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you're near?
That'll be because of my famous crow poem. I performed on ITV. Yeah, they gravitate towards me, the crows.
Explain further, please.
Well, I'm most famous for a poem I do about crows, which is a serious poem. I've got my serious.
Have you got the crow poem to hand?
So I am a serious poet. See, that's my serious poetry book. Very serious poem. And so, if I do my serious poem, I'm going to need your serious faces.
Okay, everyone put a serious poetry face.
SAT, you're already there. Right, the crows. The black crow sat on the motorway fence. Car.
Serious.
Van. The Black Crows. Thank you.
It's like we're on Radio 4.
I don't have a crow poem, but I do have a rip-off of Edgar Allan Poe. I've ruined the joke. Edgar Allan Poe is my rip-off poem, and it includes the line "Quoth the raven fucking whore," which I'm just quite happy with. But it's too long to do. It's not relevant here.
Okay, well, I think we just found my porn star name if I ever went down that route. Al, why do birds suddenly appear?
Because of the significant amount of birdseed that I've got in my pocket. It just keeps them dribbling out. I don't know why I've got holes in my pockets.
Really?
I have no idea why I've got holes in my pockets.
Tommy?
Well, predominantly it's pigeons, isn't it? Because I'm that skint, they've started feeding me French fries.
Nice. It's good pigeons have got a conscience. You wouldn't have thought, would you?
Yeah,
No.
giving back to the community.
For
Well,
me,
they've all got homes, that's why.
Just tuppence a bag. Tuppence.
Have you heard
That's
the
right,
theory
Mary
that pigeons
Poppins.
aren't real? It's one of my favorite conspiracy theories.
what's this?
So there's a whole group of people. It started as a troll, but then a bunch of people started believing it, where they were like, birds aren't real. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? And it's because like baby pigeons very quickly mature into adult pigeons. And before that, they like live in a nest. But people are like, I've never seen a baby pigeon. Maybe they're robots. Maybe they're drones. The government is spying 5G. So that's
Who
like,
says that?
5G pigeons.
the government is watching you,
That
not
will
through your phone and
explain
your
Dick
Facebook and Google,
Dastardly's
but through
race to
pigeons.
try and capture that pigeon.
And catch the pigeon, because otherwise the government. You heard it first.
I love that we've got here from a Carpenter's song. That's a beautiful. We're barely eight. We're just bang on 8 minutes in, and this is the level that we have already.
I mean, Al's already said he's got holes in his pockets, and I think it's just because in case there's like a round coming in, it's like, oh no, I've got holes in my pockets. Where's my your round?
Nice.
I am.
Well,
Through lockdown, I'm quite round now.
And on that note, there's nothing really more I could add to that, is there? Nothing at all. So there is quite a few people enjoying the show already. Rebecca Turner, fairy lights are on fleek tonight. I'm guessing that's aimed at Tommy, but also a little bit for Al, who has a permanently installed glitter ball right behind his head. Just there he is. There we go. If you've not met Al, he lives in a
Disco.
glam rock house. Yeah, it's actually just glam rock.
It's just a constant, like, is it Frank It's Friday thing from where they're constantly replaying New Year's Eve on The Simpsons, and that's where Al lives, basically.
It must be great celebrating New Year all the time. Kill me. Wayne Carl Nova Lodge, awesome facial hair on tonight's show. We did sort of like 3 stages of facial hair. I'm not sure about the girls, unless you can see
I've
something.
been trying to grow a beard for like 26 years and no successes yet.
Could you angle it round to make it look like you got a moustache? There you go. Al can. There you go.
When my hair was longer, I could get away with some. It's mirrored wrong as well.
My name is Tommy. Tommy.
Tommy the
Quality
Tiger
content
King.
that people dial in for. Yeah. Who wants to see a
What you
moustache
managed? What you managed to do there, Donna, is like Tommy, but without the wax. So it's a bit droopy.
It's
It's
the
a bit
Edwardian look.
I beg your pardon.
Edwardian look.
Nice. We have our first question that's been submitted, and it strikes the right sort of tone from Neil M. If you had to have sex with a Muppet, which Muppet would it be?
Widdicombe.
Right. Anne Widdicombe. I don't recall her in the Muppet shows. Was she in the...
The Muppet. Oh, right. Sorry, I
Right.
misinterpreted when you said Muppet.
Okay. But would it still be
She's
Anne
no
Widdicombe?
longer a Muppet.
Hmm.
She's next Muppet.
Yeah.
So
What, do the Muppets get the sack?
thought it was like an abbreviation for MP.
Oh,
If you have to make it longer.
have we? Is that like the second conspiracy theory we've now unearthed? In less than 20 minutes of the show.
I think it is. This has turned into a particular type of podcast.
Yeah.
But do they have to be official like Muppet Show Muppets, or can you have like Sesame Street and Avenue Q and all the like surrounding puppets?
Avenue Q
has like Lucy the Slut.
Do you mean an orgy, Kitty?
No. I'm just like the official Muppets. You basically got like Kermit and Miss Piggy and like the basic.
Animal.
But like the Count who like counts. I don't think he's like Dracula. He's just the Count. Who's like one. That one.
One.
Let's say for clarity. Let's say for clarity. The Muppet Show. It took a few more seconds to relay for me to hear that, and then when it dropped in my head, it was just beautiful. Like, let's say for clarity, then, the Muppet Show and Sesame Street.
What about Fraggle Rock?
Guys,
Yes, Fraggle Rock.
Straight away, Oscar the Grouch. Love a tumble in a trash can.
Nice. Explains a lot.
In that case, I'll go for Big Bird.
Really?
Well, yeah. I
thought you were more a Snuffleupagus kind of guy.
I'm not. I'm a bit vanilla for Snuffleupagus. I think he'd be a bit too kinky for me. So.
Well, I think maybe. I was going to say maybe Ralph, because I can do a really good impression of Ralph, so I think we're very similar.
Ralph.
Do it.
Yeah, you know Ralph, the piano playing dog.
Oh, of course. All right. Okay.
That was it.
Excellent. If you're listening to the podcast version of this that's out on Monday, you missed a treat. Come and watch the video, please.
I've never seen anyone pull a grand piano from such a small space. It was incredible.
Don't let them know.
Fantastic. Next question from Alex Evans, who wants to know, do jelly babies have babies?
They are babies. That is, I'm sure, several kinds of illegal, and you're probably on a register for asking this.
That's you told, Alex. Yeah.
Honestly. Have to wait till they're consenting adults. There is a line. Come on.
I like the idea that jelly babies are like gremlins, where if you just pour water on them, they just start sprouting little babies out their backs and then running amok.
It has to be boiling water. Boiling water. You have to put on the gremlins. Or the black jelly babies.
Melt.
Just like the witch from Wizard of Oz. And then you pour it in a lovely oversized jelly mold, like some sort of transformer. Or even a Power Ranger robot made of all the jelly babies. Or Peace Babies, to give them their proper name.
And then they're like rabbits.
Yes, they are.
Oh, Roger.
Roger has a theory. He says, yes, jelly babies do have babies. They're called jelly tots. Thank you very much. There we go. Well done, Roger. Not on the video call this week, but with us in spirit nonetheless. Next question. What was the last text message or DM that you sent? Read it out and give an honest context of why you said it. So we're all now reaching for our phones. Look at text messages first.
Just trying to work out, because I've got too many platforms. I think it's a WhatsApp.
There we go. Okay, are you going first then, Kitty?
It's just, him's a good boy, because I talk in memes, as I sent 17 photos of my cat. Like actual cat, no pussy jokes, like genuinely my lovely fluffy.
Have you got a photo of your cat to hand?
No, it's lots of them, but it's just, him's a good boy.
Oh.
The goodest.
And I sensed the relief in you that the last thing you sent was clean.
It could have not been, but that was a weird way of syntax. Words that face made. Next.
Excellent. And you're still talking in memes.
I can words good. I should be able to words. Verbing things is fine.
Who's next? Who's next?
Me. Cherry Pepsi Max. Run out of them.
You can't be without that. Cherry Pepsi Max is the bomb. It is amazing. My last one, it was, I had to bring your car cover in. The wind was dragging it down the drive. Which it was. I had to save the car cover. Donna, come to you next.
Well, it says I've let my Fitbit run out, so no alarm, because I basically was late to go walking my neighbour's dog this morning.
This morning? You haven't sent a message since this morning.
No.
What are you hiding?
Who hasn't gone it? Tommy, what about your last message?
Mine was sent to my girlfriend. It's just cooked myself fish and chips. Going to be ligging into the podcast soon, so I misspelled logging and put ligging. I hope it isn't a migraine. Sending the biggest hugs and schmetterlinger to you, my love.
Oh, nice. I say because I'm so used to the way you talk, and I know that's genuine sentiment. So it's okay. We speak, Tommy. On to the next question. Have you ever enjoyed the smell of your own farts? Give examples. I'll go first in this because of the respect of I'm not quite sure if I've enjoyed the smell so much as the consequence. Because my proudest moment involves me. One of my proudest moments. There's been loads. This isn't the pinnacle. There's been a lot since. I once managed to clear an entire coffee shop with one of my farts. So I'd not long started at Bournemouth Uni, and I'd been out to a house party and got in at about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I had to be up and in for a 9 o'clock lecture. So I was like a zombie. I arrived feeling like death. Got to the coffee shop on the ground floor of where I was supposed to be. Let one off thinking, what's the worst that could happen? But what happened was, it was like chemical warfare. It sort of spread. It was proper rancid, and it spread amongst the coffee shop. Nearly 9 o'clock in the morning, big queue of people, and then they all started like this going. And as it spread, more people just went off to their offices, and the entire room cleared, and there was just me sat there. So, no, I was quite proud of that one. How about anyone else?
Why? Like, they're fundamentally unpleasant things. So either you like upsetting people like Alex, or you like upsetting things yourself.
It was a more of a this shouldn't make me happy, but it does. Or like a little victory. But okay, we'll just establish I'm a weird little man.
It's one of your questions as well. So you've put this in to tell that story. Help us a lot, Alex.
Might have.
Have you ever been able to tell what you've eaten because of how it smells? It was like, oh yeah, I remember I ate that, didn't I?
Yes.
Do you not get that every time?
It was unholy. I don't even recall what sort of notes I was getting, but no, it was unholy. Tommy.
I was once at TGI Fridays, and I took my daughter out for a meal, and we were waiting for the food to come, and we were quite like isolated where we were in the restaurant. This is when she was about 9 years old, and I asked her to pull my finger, and she refused. So I pulled my own finger and followed through.
What, you pulled it off?
Literally, I had to put my khaki shorts behind the toilet bowl, and my daughter knew there was something wrong because it was just as my burger was being brought out. I just left the table really quickly, and then I had to tie a hoodie around my waist so no one would see that I'd shat myself. And so not really big fan of getting people to pull my finger anymore. So
If we're throwing previous panelists under the bus, I do know for a fact that Graham Whistler left his underpants in the quad. If you're not familiar with the quad is the arts centre in Derby, and he was up for a visit. We had a gig in Ilkeston, and then we went out for a night in Derby, and he just went, I really need the lav, and they dropped us off outside the quad. I went, there's toilets in there. I'm checking my watch, 25 minutes had gone past, and he came out as white as a sheet, and then just kind of like, what happened? He went,
is he even watching this, or are you just telling someone else's horror? This is distressing. We don't have to be here to have our secrets told.
Everybody needs friends.
Graham listens to the podcast, so I've got this vision that he's on his break now, wanting to kill me.
To this tale.
So, hi Graham, hope you're enjoying your break. Hello. I don't know why I'm waving because you're listening, so hello. Anyone else, if not a storyteller themselves, then feel free to throw a friend under the bus, as I've just done.
The new podcast by Alex Leam, Friend Your Friend, Throw Your Friend Under a Bus podcast.
Because
noting that down now.
Yeah. That's like the final round. Can
I throw my husband under the bus for that?
I think husbands can be thrown under the bus.
Peter Emus wants some clarification. How big a coffee shop? I would say standard Costa. So, standard Costa. Roger Poulter.
How many is that in... I'm going to... Yeah, I have been confused for Hagrid plenty of times. But the question I've got to ask, with your standard Costa coffee shop, how big is that in Jaffa Cakes?
Now, firstly, kudos on doing a 3-week-long callback. I would say, so if like the standard human, as we've established, is 256 Jaffa Cakes, so that would be about 3,000. Guesstimate.
A small coffee shop.
That is a very small coffee shop. More of a broom cupboard, really.
We seem to be now going into territory of therapy session, as Rebecca Turner has come forth to say, one time I did a particularly stinky poop in a gallery, and afterwards a lady went into my cubicle and instantly retreated, exclaiming, Jesus Christ!
Beautiful.
Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Rebecca. Does anyone here know Rebecca?
Yeah, so I'm doing the like small women in comedy newbie mentorship thing, and so she is a more experienced female comedian who is technically mentoring me in comedy and has decided to watch me do this. We'll see how this goes. She might Zoom me at a later date, be like, "So let's talk about what happened." She's lovely. Absolutely, it's really lovely to have support.
Bravo for that, Rebecca. Bravo.
Rebecca, yeah, that's beautiful. And also, if you would like to come on in a future episode. So, Lola J has a question. One of these has to go. Either mohawks, mullets, or man buns. So if we're having a permanent cull, one of these hairstyles will be permanently deleted.
Mullets.
Mohawks, mullets, or man buns. So, do you say mullets?
Mullets.
Okay.
Easy.
What's wrong? What's wrong with the mullet? What's wrong with the mullet?
What's right with it?
Business at the front, party at the back.
Exactly.
The thing is, you don't break my heart, my achy breaky heart.
A mullet would.
Can we just applaud?
Choice if I didn't have a mohawk because it goes well with no sleeves. I'm going to mohawks. Get rid of the man buns.
I'm going for curling the man buns. I think that's the best way because we have to curl them. You said.
Cool.
Curl. That's right.
You could curl them nice and then curly. At the hairdressers, then get the assistant to come along with a broom and sweep them up afterwards. That's curling.
That's right. Yes.
I like that.
But extra bonus points, not only for the Billy Ray Cyrus
What that was?
Yeah,
it's Miley's dad. Okay,
Miley's dad. Yeah, that's how old I am. In answer to a previous question in the green room. Yeah, we're that old. Older than Disco.
Lola is particularly enjoying your answer to that. To say curling them, 3 crying with laughing face emojis. 3 of them. She clarifies, mohawks and mullets will survive the apocalypse. Man buns will go extinct.
No.
Fully
Absolutely.
agree.
A man bun.
Because a man bun, you can have it down and then you can tie it back when you need to like perform.
No, I mean you could like do a male Miss Jones. Oh, Miss Jones, you're beautiful. You know, when they whip off their glasses and then take the elastic out their man bun and let it all cascade down.
In a Mad Max ravaged post-apocalyptic scenario, can you really imagine a group of terrifying persons approaching you and one of them having a man bun?
Yes,
and glasses.
You're the least
and then taking them
scary
off.
of the group.
And they're beautiful.
That's got you all hot under the collar,
you
hasn't
see
it?
someone walk down the street with a man bun, he isn't afraid of anyone. Just
All right,
to make my Firefly references.
He's very scared
slightly.
of brushes because he knows curling's going on.
To add some extra context in sort of a post-apocalyptic movie style, would you take Terminator so seriously if Arnie had a man bun?
I mean, yes, because I'd be like, that guy has not had any shit and he looks so confident with what he's doing. Clearly, he's one to avoid. The moment someone looks like a badass, they're overcompensating. Someone comes in and just looks tiny and like unimpressive, but walks in just like, oi, you're like, oh shit, what's their deal? Like, they feel confident enough to do that. Like,
I'll be back. I've got to get some more oil for my hair.
Argan oil.
Great. Okay, a lot of us are attempting the accent now. At some point, this will become massively racist.
Did you say Argos oil instead of argan oil?
Let me imagine I did.
I said neither, but I love the fact I love the fact you thought I said Argos oil. Okay. Alex Evans, fucking hell, bottom right is a terrifying voice. So that would be lovely. Okay. Peter Amos, I can absolutely imagine a group of terrifying man buns.
That's a Japanese thing, though, isn't it?
It's expect that on the next Terminator reboot. There's bound to be one coming along soon, at any point soon. Wayne, calling back to an earlier one. I take Nicorettes so I don't smoke, but they make me fart a lot. My wife buys the shopping. My wife complained about my farting. I know she pays for them. So it's like a self-harm for your wife there. Wayne.
I feel like that's victim blaming.
Nice.
Is that what that is?
Can Al Grant demonstrate all the hairstyles detailed? So can you demonstrate Mohawk, Al?
Yes.
He's now, I don't know why he's looking to his left and right for. I think he's looking for props.
In the form of interpretive dance.
It's going that way. It's going that way. Okay, he's now got something really long and white on screen, and he's I get the feeling he's got gel. Oh, hello.
Oh, he's drawn them.
That's a mohawk.
He's drawn it on a whiteboard. Of course he has. Fantastic. Oh, well, that's Mohawk.
Level, like prepared earlier. When did you do this?
Man bun. And is that just a cast-off piece of Formica that you're doing this on, not an actual whiteboard? Because there's there we go.
This is basically laminate that I've purchased to laminate my bathroom ceiling, so I don't have to cover it with bleach every time to get rid of excessive mold.
But it doubles up as a whiteboard. That's impressive.
Fair.
That's impressive. Okay.
Right.
So we'll come on to our next question. Our next question is a show and tell question. So I will tell you what you need to go and find. You'll then have 30 seconds to go and get the thing, bring it back, and tell us why. So the question is, what is the most sexy thing you have in your kitchen? You have 30 seconds to go and get it, bring it back, and then talk about it. So is everyone ready?
All right, let's do this.
Right, 30 seconds starts now. We're back. I think so far it is just me and Al who's back. Oh, Tommy's back. Kitty's back. Headphones on. We're still waiting on Donna.
This is not meant to be a fitness show because I am not doing one of those.
Peter Emus says, "Bring back pizza." I didn't know they cancelled pizza, Peter. Lola J. Going with the sexy kitchen theme by just putting an aubergine emoji. So nice. Thanks for that, Lola. Thanks for that. Excellent. All right. So we all got something sexy from our kitchen.
Yes.
Who'd like to go first? Or we could all sit in
This was in my kitchen.
Okay. What's that, Donna? What you got in your kitchen? Vaseline.
Yeah, because we've been brewing cider and we use this to seal the
that old chest.
Demijohns.
Yeah, the Demijohns. Yeah.
I never knew you had Vaseline. That's genuinely something I didn't realise. Kitty, what have you got?
So I was thinking more like appliances. So this is the cheese grater machine, which I am very proud of because people are like, even though like my girlfriend's vegan, but like I love the idea of just like you've got a massive block of cheese and then there's lots of grated cheese seconds later. So I ran down and grabbed my grater because I feel like it's like a warm up, like you give someone a bunch of cheese in an impressive and flashy way and they're like, damn, yeah, nice.
It's
my idea of sexy, apparently. I had 30 seconds to run down, grab something and come back.
As Alex Evans has said, 30 seconds is a big ask, but however, I'm totally sold on your idea of sexy cheese. So, Al.
It's the flashiness of it as well.
I decided to bring some Battenberg because that's sexy, but only if you've got a Mickey Mouse stylized spatula in the shape of a hand, suitable for swatting flies. Call back to the first episode.
Very thorough research. I'm impressed. But it does look like some nightmarish vision of how Mickey Mouse has had his head run over by a steamroller. It's been flattened out. Lola J says, "Whoa, your girlfriend's not vegan anymore."
And I do have other partners who are not vegan, so it's fine.
I think by that comment, you also now have Lola as well.
Hey, I have no idea who you are, but hey.
That's
who you are. Actually, that would be awkward, especially if it's a pseudonym.
She's actually also enjoying Al's spatula. So, Tommy, what did you get?
You can't beat a good old fork.
see, that's what I like about you, conciseness. I mean, yeah. So mine.
It is a dirty fork as well.
Oh God!
Hello.
I got it out of the sink.
Dirty
Filthy.
There we go. So mine makes a noise. So I'm gonna switch it on off camera. See if you can guess what it is.
Well, you're in the coffee shop again.
Yes, actually. You're close. It is a coffee whizzer that has a little chef's face. See the top? Oh,
wow.
Man. I forgot to...
You just sprayed coffee in your face.
I did, actually, yeah. I forgot to... Because we was in a bit of a hurry, so... Okay, that's my eyes have gone weird now. Yeah, I turned the thing on and coffee pissed out the top. So, brilliant. Well, that that backfired slightly, didn't it? I've gone off you. Right. So yes, that was my coffee whizzer. Go back to the comments. George Coppin, should I dare ask how Al got that spatula? How did you get that spatula, Al?
On Bastille Day last year, I went to Paris and purchased it from the House of Mouse.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Lola is enjoying the way you said fork, Tommy. She's put the way he says forks, like, and is that some sort of monkey emoji?
A naughty monkey.
Naughty monkey.
Naughty monkey emoji.
Speak no evil, hear no evil, and see no evil. It's one of those.
Thanks, Peter, for dragging the tone up. You just had little chef come in your eye. Cheers for that. Nice.
So makes a change for your Jubilee pancakes.
Jubilee pancakes? What are they?
Get a little chef. That and the Olympic breakfast.
Oh, I remember Olympic breakfasts. They were amazing.
2012, what a great year.
Yeah. Bring back little chef.
I turned 18 in 2012. That was a good year. I got to move out.
Our next question.
Anyway.
Cool. Our next question, slightly related to the previous question. Have you ever seen a fat vegan?
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
I never
People
have.
come in all shapes.
I never have. The vegans that I know are rakishly skinny, and it bothers me that I've never seen a fat vegan, because vegan food and like vegan cakes that I've seen seem to be pretty calorific.
Chips are vegan. Lots of donuts are vegan.
It's not fried food.
You can have a lot of stuff, and basically the moment there's not cheese but there's like anything else, largely you're just like, oh cool, like these are the things you can have now.
All the yogurts are like got 4 times as many calories in because they're all made of coconut.
Biscoff Lotus spread, fucking love that shit.
Vegan.
Beautiful.
How can you not love that stuff?
It's dangerous.
Has anyone else seen a fat vegan?
Pandas.
Of course. Yeah. And I think that's nicely drawn a line under that topic. Yeah.
Well, it's quite black and white, isn't it?
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh,
Where's my rim shot?
Hey, they're also
Bit of
Asian.
notice. So got to change screens. So bit of notice. Peter, Jubilee pancakes. I get that reference. So you're not on your own, Donna.
And I'm not on my own. I'm just old.
We're all older. Next question comes from John Morris. Should have been on last week. Will be on in a future show. You accidentally said yes to going on a date with Alex. Where would you take him? So, Tommy, we'll come to you first on this one because I know that you're quite romantic.
Feels like blind date, this does. Well, I would take Alex out on a delicious date to Mablethorpe. Maybe we could spread some maple syrup on some toast or something. There you go. That's my best attempt at a blind date.
Well, follow that. I'm wet. So.
Well, yeah,
coffee.
Mablethorpe is on the sea, so.
Right, exactly. Donna, where would you take me on a date?
Right. You're quite into your plasticine. So I'd take you somewhere where there's a lot of plasticine. Early learning centre.
Is that even still going? Early Learning Centre.
I don't know. I live in the
Probably.
past, clearly.
And you saying Early Learning Centre for some reason made me laugh so hard my rib hurts now. So, ow.
Maybe the elderly learning centre then.
Whoa, Kitty.
Yellow card. You have been warned.
I didn't realise that you weren't allowed to.
I'm sensitive.
No roasting the host.
No, roasting is fine. To be honest, I'd paid a lot for that American voiceover. I wanted to use a thing. So we might as well get them all out of the way now. I did pay him for other little video clips with voiceover.
Awkward.
And also, if you cross the line from yellow card and you get the next stage,
Red card, 1 question ban.
Oh.
Harsh but fair, I think. Harsh but fair. So is everyone? Al, back to the date. Where would you take me on a date?
Well, I would take you to Annie's Burger Shack, which is just next to the Moonshine restaurant, because Katie likes that one too. Kitty, sorry. It is perfect for anybody who is vegan, vegetarian, or carnivore, omnivore even. And basically, they've got the splash screens up. They take your temperature with a space-age gun. They can do that, go beep, like that. And then you sit down as they do their lovely little track and trace. So that's what would happen. You'd be tracked and traced, and that means you're safe.
Excellent.
Safe and fed.
You can
Should always bring protection on a date, so...
I think Al just wants to track and trace you wherever you go and, like, follow you home.
I know where he lives.
You do actually... Oh, God, this got creepy. Really, this got creepy.
The amount of glyphs I've given you, Alex, of course I know where you live.
True. Kitty.
See, everyone here is giving locations, but it just said, where would you take Alex? And my brain was like, is this the 3rd week of talking about pegging? I just thought the answer was meant to be up the arse. Like, 3 weeks in a row, pegging comes up.
There was me thinking the pegging discussion had stopped, but no, 3 weeks in, we're back to pegging again.
Apparently, it's featured in every episode.
Level pegging.
It's good to have a running theme. It is good to have a running theme. I did bring this up in week 1, after all. Absolutely. So somebody did put up during that. Can you remove the question bar because it is blocking the QR code scanner? So I don't know if you've noticed on the screen is the QR code scanner, because I did mention earlier on if you wanted to donate to the show, paypal.me/Alex Lean, which is there. But also where Tommy is pointing currently, scan that. I have tested this out, so I know it's not too small. Scan that to donate a £5. Yeah, where Donna's also pointing in the direction.
So I know it's not too small. Type of your sex tape.
I like Lola's statement.
Jokes are in.
All I got from that was sex tape, but I approve completely.
I like what Lola said.
What did Lola say?
I'd take him to the clinic to get a COVID test.
One of many tests required first, I think, and then like wait a 3-month window, get tested again just to make sure. Most people don't know about the window. I'm making lyrics references here for a really niche show as well. I'm just wondering how many people are going to be like, you watch Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I'm obsessed with this show. I feel like I'm talking about it too much.
Rebecca Turner's back in touch. Who's the sexiest jazz singer? Pegging Lee. Well, that deserves it. Just for you, Rebecca. Rim shot just for you. More comments. Let's have a shifty. So yeah, actually, this may actually be, judging by the comments, the first time people donate. So happy days indeed. Why block the green bars? They're the most action I've had for the entire pandemic. A little too much information, Lola. Would this be on the date? Oh, it's an old reference from Rebecca. I'm probably going a bit too far back. Careful, youngsters. Thank you, Peter. Roger, on the flip side from going on a date with me, he puts, if you were to torture Alex, how would you do it?
Pegging.
Okay. I have a funny feeling I know where this is going. Kitty.
I was going to take more time thinking of an elaborate plan. Can I go last?
Okay, no problem. Donna.
To the burnt out remains of the Odd Man Studios to see the death of lots of plasticine characters.
You wouldn't. They're my friends. I'm going to give absolutely zero context to the plasticine as well, just to make it sound more mysterious. Tommy.
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking of myself as a bit of a shit jigsaw, like, we're going to play a game, Alex, and then just make you eat crisps sideways or something really weird like that.
Well, like
it's
that
not
one.
really torture, just mildly irritating to your gums.
Oh, particularly the ridged ones. They really get you.
You've been enjoying Walker's crisps a little bit too much, Alex. Now you're going to have to eat a whole bag sideways. Yeah, that's what I'd do.
Well,
Not the
salt and
crisps,
vinegar.
just
They go in.
the bag.
Just the bag. Oh, yeah, salt and vinegar, because if you cut your gums, then it's going to be twice as painful, isn't it? Because then the vinegar will get into the wounds.
Oh,
It
God,
does.
sweet
It
chili.
does come up a bit keen. It does come up a bit keen. Question from George Coppin, especially for Al Grant. Al, what would a film about your life be called?
Ooh.
I'll have a think while Kitty answers the other question.
Okay,
I'm
so the
glad
torture
you're paying
one
attention.
comes
Yes,
in
what's your
several
plan?
stages. So first of all, it's the like typical torture where you kind of get like locked in a box and played like Baby Shark on loop. And just when you've had enough, like It's a Small World comes in. When you're at the brink of psychological breakdown, you are then thrust on stage to do an unexpected comedy gig where all of your favorite stars are in the audience and there's loads of pressure. And then when you come off stage and have a breakdown about that, you get asked like, okay, but what's the worst comedy gig you've ever seen or whatever? The answer is filmed and then sent to the person who did that gig.
That is devastating, that is. I've seen Alex have a meltdown after a gig and before a gig, and that really is horrific.
I never said I was a nice person.
And Al has seen me melt down over Baby Shark as well. So as somebody who don't.
Did you?
Don't. As somebody who's come out of DJ retirement over the past couple of years, the amount of times, sort of like in the early stages, that I get asked for Baby Shark, it's an absolute bastard of a song. Not only is it annoyingly catchy, but it's also like 1 minute 30 seconds. So you've got bugger all time to line up the next song afterwards. However, saying that,
on repeat.
having said that, we did find the time for Al to film me banging my head against the decks as it was happening. Back to Al. Back to George's question. What would a film about your life be called?
It's so tricky. There's so many different parts to my bizarre existence. So I'd probably have it called something like an innuendo of incognito. Just think a bit
avant-garde.
My title is This Thing Turned On?
Exactly.
Nice. That sounds like it might be like a Fred Fellini kind of version of your life.
Also, one day, potentially, before I ever did my first stand-up show, I was like, if I ever get to the point of doing a solo show, that's the first gig title. So
beautiful.
In 5 years' time, you might see that.
Another film title would be Al Grant's Don't Poop Your Pants.
That would be great just to see that read out as one of the nominations at the Oscars. Nice. What about everyone else in terms of your life story film title? I'd probably stick with The Joy of Dex, which was also the name of my first solo show. What about you guys, Donna and Tommy?
I'd probably go with Chaos Magic, proof that anyone could accidentally set off the apocalypse.
Nice. Nice. A little spoiler for what's still to come from you. That'd be nice. And Donna?
I don't know. Kathleen's Baby, because I am probably going to cause that apocalypse myself.
Yay!
Beautiful.
I love that after the apocalypse has happened, we've all got time to write these scripts to our films.
I'm pretty sure I caused the apocalypse. I'm pretty sure I did, because I'm not sure what's happened, but I think I died last year, and you're all part of my new like purgatory.
Okay, Baby
God for
Shark
that.
now makes a lot of sense.
Nice. John has been back in touch. Remind me not to get on Kitty's bad side. I think you've sent chills throughout a lot of people there, Kitty. And also, I'm guessing aimed at you, Kitty. Lola says, I'm a straight woman listening intently but totally hypnotised by your cleavage.
It's falling down. It's because I'm sat down as well. I went on a first date earlier, socially distanced, couldn't even so much as hug, but like, I'm still dressed. Because it's socially distanced.
Fantastic. Got time for a couple more questions. To the Shufty. What have we got? What comments have we got coming in? This one I've been holding in reserves. It was suggested by George a couple of weeks ago, who says, for £1 million, would you watch your grandparents have sex for an hour?
I mean, there's not a lot I wouldn't do for £1 million. All 4 of my grandparents are dead, and the answer's still yes.
Fair enough.
£1 million. That's a lot of money.
I've just got this image now of Kitty just trying to reconnect with her grandparents whilst they're supposed to be having sex, going, can I just ask you a couple of questions just whilst you're here? Because after this hour's gone, you're not going to exist. And then all these kind of family tree questions, like, who are your grandparents? What were they like? And they're just like, trying to fuck here, Kitty. I'm just trying to fuck.
I would just sit there silently and then be like, cool, I made £1 million. Like,
Tommy's summing up just made it sound like you're on the weirdest episode of Who Do You Think You Are?
I wouldn't so much
Most haunted. Ectoplasm everywhere.
I'm not going to be able to watch Ghostbusters again in the same way. Thanks a lot.
Dustin makes me feel good.
Hey! Oh, damn it, I'm off the screen again. Oh, no, there we go. I was enjoying that so much, I completely forgot that I was doing the show.
I didn't realise rim shots were so exhausting, Alex.
Well, it depends who you're with.
Good grief.
Wayne, bringing the tone back up again. Sex is easier for old people if they have Parkinson's. Thanks, Wayne.
But also, if you've got a vibrator, that's a negative vibe.
Oh.
Mm.
Damn it, I'm off the screen again. It's always got to go. There we go. Just in case anyone crosses the line, I do also have this one. Lovely. Thanks for that. I do have this in reserve as well, just in case. You never know.
R.I.P. stands for rimming in pleasure.
I think we've discovered what the podcast title is going to be now. Rimming in pleasure.
Classy show, this, Alex. Classy show.
For a whole hour, that's pretty good for septuagenarian. That is a point.
Septuagenarian to be ages ago. Like, my granddad was 90 when he died, and that was, he's been gone a while. Like,
because doesn't sort of like ability to elongate performance diminish with age? I'm asking for a friend.
It's individual. It really is. Results may vary.
I can't wait until they invent biococks.
Say what?
Like a strap-on with sensors.
When your cock stops working, and you know when like technology catches up and we get all these bionic limbs and stuff that are just better than the originals, I want a biocock, something with hydraulic power.
Just penis seems useful.
I was going to say, surely that's actually happened.
I can picture the packaging. It was sort of like be a RoboCock ripoff. But that's sort of font. Biocock.
I want the kind of cock that means I need the kind of cock that means you have to wear ear defenders and actually abide by PPE associated with operating a jackhammer.
I don't just want it for sex though. Like being able to like pee in a bush easily and like, you know, like standing up for like it just seems like a really useful piece of equipment. And the kind of existing replacements don't have any nerve endings, and you can't use them for anything other than sex and stuff unless you get like the other. But you can't. Yeah. There aren't really shiwis that are also strap-ons. You know, it's kind of an either or. And I wouldn't want to have. I feel like I've gone. That's not my kink. The point being. The point being, penises in general, the kind of human ones, seem to have lots of multifunctional uses and like sensations and stuff that would be nice. Yeah,
I would quite like now to see the Usborne book of That's Not My Kink. That's not my kink.
That's not on there.
This dildo is too unattached.
I don't like we.
Okay, we'll get Benny to narrate it, because last week he did do a brilliant narration of some erotica. So go back to the Biocock. Peter has got a good strap line. Forgive the pun. Biocock, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. They do have Biococks. It's called a strap-on vibrator.
Yes, but that doesn't do anything for me, does it? That just makes her moan, or him moan, or them moan. It doesn't, like, I would like to feel what a penis haver feels when they do the things, right? Like, right now,
yeah.
Their reaction, which is nice, don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoy that too.
I get what Kitty's saying. An extension of the feelings, like hardwired into your body, so you feel the sensation, which would be all right. But if then you start using your Biocock for other applications, such as hammering in nails to hang up pictures in your house, then I want to turn it off.
Probably
so you want it to
fuck
be
it up.
Oh dear, you fucked up your Biocock by using it for general DIY purposes.
Wasn't this the origin story of the Borg? Because didn't they start by replacing? Benny. Benny has gotten in touch. Benny is watching. Hello, Benny.
Benny.
I've already got the rubber balls. Who are they? Glass eyeballs. Okay. That's great. We've learned a lot about Benny tonight. That's good. You need a field though, Kit. Thanks, Ian.
No, I love those. They're always really heavy, and you have to spend so much time trying to think about clenching to keep it in that you're not actually focusing on having fun. Useless. I feel like we've got too intense.
Generally, what happens anyway.
Peter has gotten back in touch. That's not my kink. That one is too furry. Did you mean to put furry, Peter? Or did you mean to put funny?
Furry. You know what a furry is?
Furry.
I mean, a furry is also a different thing.
That is a kink.
Let us know, Peter, if you meant furry or funny.
Like,
I think he meant
Kitty.
We're
furry.
Muppets, aren't we?
Kitty,
Only
just for
they've
those
got
of
real
us,
people inside.
for those of us that aren't. Explain what a furry is for if anyone's watching that doesn't know or is too innocent.
God, I'm going to get people angry at me. So I'm going to disclaimer, some people are furries just for their own fun and they don't have sex in animal costumes. Some people are like, this is my fursona and also I bone in it. And they have like full anthropomorphic animal suits and they get excited about that. And they're like, I'm a fox, let's yiff. That's
Excellent. Lola has put, thanks, Mr. Biocock, for all the things that you've done, the battles that you've won, the way you deal with US Steel and our problems by the ton. Thank you so much. From Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
A round of applause for Lola for that. That was
good.
That was awesome. That's just beautiful. One last question before we go, and that is: how long till Kitty asks us to take down this episode?
Oh God! It depends how many people end up watching it, because
well, last week got over 2,000 by the end. So yeah, over 2,000 views.
It's about kinks. I can't have that. It has my face.
Nice.
We'll see.
We'll see. Well, that's
you can always get one
tickled
of
Lola.
those sort of like black bars across your eyes, but if anything, that will look more kinky.
This person has been censored for talking about furries.
Lola is just commented with the crying laughing face emoji, but the cat crying laughing face. So I think that's definitely aimed for you there, Kitty. Final few comments. Peter says, I have children. Those Osborne books always have "That's not my ex." That one is too funny. I think you're onto something there, Donna.
Furry. Yeah. It says furry.
Yeah, you need to.
That's reference to the.
That's not my kink. That one's too furry. That one's not my kink. That one's too big, etc.
Well, on that bombshell, it's time to end. So this hour has just flown past. It has gone far too quickly, but it has been awesome. So to everyone that is watching, that if you've been watching us live, thank you for joining us throughout all this time. If you haven't been watching us live, you're watching on the replay, then catch us live 8:30 every Sunday night, UK time. I have to put that in. I don't know if I've got any foreign viewers, but what the hell.
3 a.m. Texas naked viewer.
Absolutely. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Lola, you enjoyed yourself. You guys were a blast. I smashed and subbed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lola. Kitty, your name sounds like a Bond girl name. It's a little bit more subtle than Pussy Galore. Thanks, that was fab. Cheers, Ian. Rebecca's enjoyed that as well. Lots of clapping emojis from Rebecca. So if you do feel like donating a couple of million, then please do to paypal.me/Alex Leam or to the QR code that is available on the screen. See if you can all point to it, people. See if you can all point in sort of the right direction. This is the part where we don't know which way around the camera goes, so we're pointing in all sorts of areas. Thank you, guys. Awesome as usual. Looking forward to Kitty's members-only channel.
God.
Thanks, Wayne.
Not only fans.
It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. So the only thing is to remain just to say thank you all for watching. As before, thank you to my panel, Tommy Tomsky, Al Grant, Kitty Messalina, and Donna Scott. Thank you all to you. Before I play out the end credits, I would just like to say that see if we can play a game of see if you can pull and hold a stupid face, because the end credits end quite abruptly, as I found out last week. And the credits ended before I could hit stop broadcast. So there was like a 2-second bit where there's a few of us looking really awkwardly at the camera. So when I play the end credits, pull a face so you can hold it right until the end. All right?
Practicing.
Excellent. Everyone's good to go. Until next time, stay awkward.
Baby shark,
It did not.
shark,
Oh no.
baby shark, shark.